When the laptop I use for doing side gigs broke down a few years ago, I remember staring at my phone thinking of who could I contact to borrow some money from. It was such an awkward moment, and I felt so bad for having nothing saved to deal with such personal emergencies. That's when it hit me. Emergencies don't wait until we're ready. And that moment changed how I looked at money forever. Because here's the truth. Most of us aren't broke because of bad spending habits alone. We're broke because we're unprepared. So today, I want to talk about something that completely changed my financial life. How to build an emergency fund. And why it's one of the most powerful things you can ever do for your peace of mind. Chapter 1. What is an emergency fund? Let's start with the basics. An emergency fund is not your savings for a vacation or extra money for shopping. It's your financial safety net. A separate pool of money you only touch when life hits you hard. A medical bill. A sudden job loss. A car repair you didn't see coming. Think of it like a seatbelt. You don't put it on because you plan to crash. You put it on because you can't predict when you might. It's not about fear. It's about freedom. Freedom from panic. Freedom from sleepless nights. And freedom from borrowing money just to survive another week. Your emergency fund gives you something most people don't have in a crisis. Options. Chapter 2. Why it's important. Let me tell you something I learned the hard way. Life has a way of testing your finances when you least expect it. The water heater breaks. Your hours at work get cut. A family member gets sick. And suddenly, that just-in-case fund you've been meaning to build becomes the only thing standing between you and debt. Here's why it's so powerful. 1. It prevents you from using credit cards for emergencies. Every time you swipe for an emergency, you're borrowing from your future self, with interest. 2. It protects your mental health. Financial stress is one of the leading causes of anxiety today, but knowing you have even a small buffer can completely change how you sleep at night. 3. It gives you control. When everyone else is panicking, you stay calm, because you're prepared. And trust me, that peace of mind, it's priceless. Chapter 3. How much should you save? Now, this is where most people get stuck. How much do I actually need? The truth is, it depends. But let's break it down simply. Step 1. Start small. Your first goal isn't 6 months of expenses. It's $100, or whatever small goal feels doable. That's your starter emergency fund. Step 2. Build your first month. List your essential expenses. Rent, food, utilities, transportation. Add them all up. That's your monthly safety number. Save an equivalent to your 1 month of expenses. Step 3. Aim for 3 to 6 months. Once you've hit 1 month, keep building. The sweet spot for most people is 3 to 6 months of expenses. Enough to cover you if you lose your job or face a major emergency. Remember, this isn't about how fast you build it. It's about being consistent. Even $10 a week adds up faster than you think. Because what you're really building isn't just money. It's discipline, resilience, and control over your future. Chapter 4. Where should you keep it? Here's a question I get all the time. Where do I keep my emergency fund? You want it to be safe, separate, and accessible. That means keep it in a separate savings account, not your main spending account. It should earn a little interest. But the main goal is liquidity, not profit. Avoid keeping it in stocks, crypto, or any investment that can lose value overnight. This fund isn't supposed to make you rich. It's supposed to keep you from going broke. When an emergency happens, you shouldn't have to wait for the market to recover to pay your bills. So keep it simple. Automate your savings if you can. Treat your emergency fund like a bill you must pay, because your future self deserves that security. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. You don't need to be rich to build an emergency fund. You just need to start. Because every deposit, no matter how small, is proof that you're choosing peace over panic. And that choice, over time, changes everything. So start today. Open that account. Save your first $10, your first $50, and then your first $100. Don't wait for life to teach you why it's important. Prepare for it now. And if this video helped you or made you think differently about money, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it today.